Yo, welcome back to another episode of Whatado.
Yes, sir. We stay true. Hey, man, if you've been tuning in this point, like, we really appreciate y'all for real. Like, especially if you've been coming in and like staying tuned with everything we've been doing. We really appreciate that. But if you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. We're trying to get up to 100 subscribers. You know, we're trying to make something of this. So go ahead and help us out if you wouldn't mind. And also smash the like button in the comments. If you like, we're gonna start interacting more with the comments and especially at least liking them. You know what I'm saying? So we're trying to be more interactive. You know, we're still pretty new to this stuff, so we're trying to figure it out. But all right, bro. For today, OnlyFans models, man. Do you think their kids are gonna suffer?
I mean, suffer like, okay, well, cause like, I feel like if their mom or I guess dad too, cause I know dudes will be on OnlyFans too. Anyways, but
Yeah.
I feel like if they're like a big model or whatever they're called on there, right? Then yeah, I feel like they could, like they could suffer, and not so like when I say suffer, I mean like maybe just some hazing at school or something like that.
Yeah.
Cause you know how kids are. The yo mama jokes are always, that's gonna be a classic, until the end of time. So there is that. But I mean, I feel like, like let's say a girl is on OnlyFans for like a year, and it doesn't really blow up, doesn't really make a whole lot of money, and then she just decides to stop it because she don't think it go nowhere or whatever the case may be. I don't really think her kids would suffer that much, because it's like you would really have to dig to find her type shit, her page. But yeah, I mean, I feel like I feel like some of these bigger models, these bigger people on OnlyFans, when they have kids, they they might see some some backlash from it. But I mean, hey, it is what it is,
No, yeah, for sure. Like, I agree. I feel like they won't suffer. Like, I started out a little strong, obviously, like with the whole suffering thing. But yeah, I think that yeah, like you said, they'll hit backlash because of it. You know what I'm saying? Because like, especially if they are big, like you're saying, like they're definitely like their friends are gonna be watching. Especially, I mean, because you know how we were as kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, if your friend had a hot mom, they were gonna hear about it. You know what I'm saying? So now, especially if they have a hot mom. And you can see her open,
man.
Yeah, you can see them. And now, that could cause a little bit of trauma with us, like, depending on the person, like the body build, like the mindset of the kids. But I feel like there's ways to go about it to lessen those effects, like especially like being upfront. Once they hit that age, I feel like you gotta kind of be upfront, and then like. So they're not getting blindsided by things. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, you can hide it from them. But if they have friends, they're eventually going to find out the friends are. You know what I'm saying? And, yeah, like, right. I would rather have already kind of known something's going on. So when the jokes start coming, like, I somewhat like defend myself. Than just get hit. Boom. Now you know this, right? But, like you were saying, like, there's, like, the littler ones. I feel like those are the ones that would suffer the most, you know what I'm saying? Because in like my thought process as of right now, I mean, shit, it might change while we start talking about this, but because those are the ones that like only people they know will have those, right? And then the thing is too, at least with the big ones, they're making money, right? So it's like, yeah, their friends might be fucking with them, but they like, well, shit, when I turn 16, I'm getting a car. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's because, like, they got that shit set up in a way. I don't know. Like, it's definitely probably my own thought process of how I'm thinking about it. And maybe, obviously my mom didn't do that shit, so I don't really know how to connect fully with that. But I'm thinking, like, for, like, the people that are little, they're putting it all out there. Especially if they're putting it all out there, you know what I'm saying? And they're not really benefiting from it. I feel like that's a letdown. Does that make sense?
Right.
And especially for the kids.
Well, because, you know who Piers Morgan is? He's like a British interviewer dude, or I think he got like, I don't know if he's on like the BBC or what, but Piers Morgan, he'll like interview like a bunch of like famous people. Not even like famous people, like some people like with some clout. Anyways, like it was like maybe a month ago, a couple weeks ago. He had interviewed this OnlyFans model. I think her name's like Ellie Brooke or something like that. But he basically asked her the same shit, the same question, like, you know, what do you think the effect, you know, your kids will have, you know, with you doing this? Because they went into detail, like, what she does and whatnot. She was like, yeah, you know, I do, like, more risque, you know, things than just posting nudes on there or whatever. So then he was like, yeah, like, you know, what do you think the effect on your kids will be? And she goes, well, they can cry in a Ferrari. And I'm just like, bitch, what? Like, is that true? Okay, yeah. But, like, bro, what?
I mean, definitely. I definitely, like, see where she coming from, for sure. Because, like, yeah, they can cry in a Ferrari. And, like, they going to be better off than, you know, somebody, I guess. Because she is popping, apparently. Enough to go on fucking a news channel. So, she obviously got a decent amount of following from it. But, I mean, I don't know, bro. It's really definitely a fucked up way to look at it. Because it's like,
well,
your kids got to live with that. That's what I don't think they realize. And, like, I think it's also, like, the content they are putting out. Like, I could see maybe, like, I didn't plan on having kids. Now I'm doing this wild-ass shit. You know what I'm saying?
Which is fair.
And then I found out I have a kid. And now I'm like, all right, maybe I need to start straightening it up. Obviously, we're talking about somebody's, like, livelihood. So, I mean, it's, like, a thing that, like, which I think is different with us. Like, with me, for sure, is because, like, I look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? I look at it as this is their way of making money. This is her way of making money. His way of making money. But I'm also trying to look at it from the standpoint of a kid that don't understand money at the time. I feel like if they make it through, like, you know, the younger ages, and then they get to the point where they can start comprehending, if they have a good comprehension of things, then they won't be bugging. But if they don't, and they've been sheltered to shit, you know what I'm saying, they gonna get hit hard. They definitely gonna get hit hard. And I also think, though, that girls, like if your child is a girl, I feel like they might suffer more than the sons. The sons are gonna get picked on more, but I feel like dudes, once they realize your mom, like if you was a girl, like dudes talking to a girl that their mom's like an OnlyFans model, I feel like they might like just assume bad things of the daughter. You know what I'm saying?
I was getting ready to say that. Yeah, I feel like that's kind of the same deal.
Which, is it the right way to look at it? No, it's not. But you got to realize it's kids, and kids are retarded. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So you got to look at it like that. That especially if you got a daughter, you might want to straighten it up. I don't know. At least have a husband that keeps it on him.
Man. No, I don't know. I think it's because, I mean, obviously, like, the porn industry it's nothing new, obviously. But,
no, yeah.
Because I feel like OnlyFans is basically, like, okay, this is going to sound weird, because obviously, like, every porn site, well, most of the mainstream porn sites are free. Just hop online, whatever. But, like, I feel like, I don't know how I'll put this here. I feel like, as weird as this is gonna sound, I feel like OnlyFans is just like a less risque avenue for adult content, right? So, and it's like OnlyFans is very new, right? Like the idea of it isn't new, but OnlyFans itself is new, okay? And because like.
Newer,
man,
for sure.
Because like, if I'm not mistaken, right, I'm pretty sure with like the porn industry, you got to get like to blow up for at least a female, you got to get like an agent, like a hiring agent, and then you got to go work with different companies, right? Where now with OnlyFans, you could literally
you usually got to do some fucked up
exactly,
shit too,
bro. So now with OnlyFans, you can literally do what you want as much as like you ain't got. You know, a business telling you, hey, you got to shoot this many times, you know, whatever, right? You can work with whoever you want on OnlyFans, whatever, right? So it's all very new. And I think it's interesting because with that being said, a lot of these girls that are getting into it, let's be honest, they're A, new to just like that type of work, right? And B, like they are younger, okay? When I mean younger, I mean like 25 and younger, right? So,
Yeah.
So, with that being said, I saw this interview. It's like a year ago, right? So it was an interview with this person was interviewing Riley Reid. Okay, everyone knows who that is, right? And they were talking about Mia Khalifa, right? Because you know the whole story with her. Like she was in it and she got out of it, whatever, right? So
yeah, and then she threw a fit talking about, oh, I need all my videos back. Right. She got paid for it, signed them off.
So she was basically like, Mia Khalifa, she was basically like blaming the industry, right? So Riley Reid, she's all like, well, you signed up for it, did you not? You signed the papers, right? You consented to all this stuff. So you knew like the repercussions that could possibly come with it, right? So she's like, Riley Reid was like, don't blame the industry, like blame yourself because you did it. Like nobody forced you to do this type shit, right? And I just feel like that's kind of the same, or like that's gonna be kind of the same thing here in the next couple of years, you know, when some big OnlyFans model blows up or whatever, and then she stops, kind of like with Lana Rhoades, kind of that whole deal, right? Like they'll blow up, and then they realize, oh shit, like I don't want to portray myself in this, in this manner, right? And then they just, basically try to blame everybody except themselves. And it's just like, bro, you can't do that. And you're going to have to live with the repercussions, be it with your kids, for sure. Whatever. So I just feel like that's kind of like where we're at right now. Because like I said, it is a very new platform. And it's very like, the platform's new and it's just, you could pretty much do whatever you want. And it's like, a lot of these people don't really, their heads aren't on straight, I feel like, and
they don't think about it. Yeah, they just jump into things.
Exactly.
And like I was watching another podcast, I don't remember who it was, but they basically had, it was kind of like one of those setups like the whatever pod. I think it was the whatever podcast, which we gonna do an episode here soon on them. But
goofy boy. And they making more money than us. Sure, so props to them, I guess. Fuck them.
That's for sure. But man, not for sure. But they had like this girl on, and they were talking about like, cause she did OnlyFans, and then talking about like how she apparently like she wanted to get out or something of it, but like companies weren't hiring her because of that. And I'm just like, yeah, like, so don't get me wrong, getting on OnlyFans, especially like if you look good, I guess, like you'll have like a revenue, but like if you're not doing new things, you know what I'm saying, to keep like people entertained with you, you're gonna fall off eventually. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're just posting the same thing, because once you show the ass, there ain't much more you could do. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that makes sense. Like you show your booty, you gonna have to do other positions. But once you get all those positions, what else you gotta do, bro? Like they've already seen the ass and all, they can scroll through and see it again. You gotta do something new now because Buddy don't want to keep saying the same ass. He's not gonna keep paying
to see the same ass.
To see the same ass. Now he want to see you do something with. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he's gonna get to that point where it's like. And then that's what she was basically saying. Like, she just didn't want to keep going with it. And now nobody wanted to hire her. Like, no real businesses wanted to hire her because of, like, her situation. And I'm just like, yeah, that's why you think about these things.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably got a decent amount of money came in real quick.
But you done blowing.
Sometimes the fast money ain't always the best money.
Man, because, like kind of like what we said, man, I feel like a lot of these girls, or people just in general, they get into it. And they're like, and all they see is the money. Which, like, don't get me wrong. Like, that's how you choose to pay your bills. I ain't knocking it. You know what I'm saying? The bills ain't going to pay themselves. I get it, right?
No, for sure. Like, I'm not hating on it. Because
of course not.
It's a money revenue, and that's good for you. And I know a lot of my friends probably enjoy that shit. Man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool. Do your thing. We're not saying that. We just saying that if you've listened in to this point, all right, maybe think about it.
Man.
Maybe think about it.
Because, like...
Maybe listen to what we had said.
Cause
because I'm not out here trying to knock somebody's hustle, but
man, bruh,
sometimes your hustle ain't the best hustle.
Man, cause I was trying to find some like things I could talk about for this, right? So anybody listening to this actually think about trying to get into this, literally get on YouTube, bro. And of course I can't remember her name right now. It'll come to me. No, but there's this she a porn star, right? And she literally got a whole YouTube channel basically like going into like detail about the industry and whatnot, and like repercussions from it, and just like different aspects. Like I know she did one video basically about like dating while doing like porn and stuff like that. Man, what is her fucking name, bro? I can't remember her name. But no,
I mean,
like,
even just knocking on what you just said though, like realize that talking about dating, like your list of men, like, so say like you're an 8, right? You're above average.
Oh yeah.
And you have X amount of men that would 100% be interested in you, but now because you did this, your numbers are gonna drop,
Right.
and now you're not gonna get that 10 out of 10 guy that is living nice, has money and stuff, because he wanted something, you know what I'm saying, that ain't out there for everybody.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. It's definitely a thought process.
Yeah, I don't know. Her name is Felicity Feline, I think. Look her up on YouTube, bruh. I mean, I guess if you want to get on, never mind. Yeah, look her up on YouTube, bro. Watch some of her videos about just like the pros and cons of getting into it and whatnot. And because I watched a couple of her videos, and she actually like shed some light on shit that I didn't even think about personally. But yeah, I feel like a lot of people jump into it, and they just see the bag. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, I get it. But they don't think of the repercussions, like if you want to get out of it, is someone going to hire you, like seriously going to hire you, besides like McDonald's or something like that. But yeah,
because who wants somebody to be the face of a business?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Because like you could be the face of GM one day, right? But if you out here posting naked pics, right? Like GM.
Bro, yeah, they're checking people's social medias now. You don't think they're gonna check your OnlyFans,
bro? Like they be checking everything, bro.
So, man. I mean, that's all I got to say about the topic. That all you got to say?
Yeah, really. Just, before you get into it, man, that goes with anything.
Just think about it, man.
Think about it, the future, not just the present.
About it. Man. For not only your life, maybe your future kid's life or your kid's life now that just growing up. And just, think about, is this going to be something consistent? And not only that, but is this something that if it's not consistent, are you setting up other revenues for when this one cuts off, if it does cut off? You know what I'm saying? It might not, but if it does, do you have things ready? But hey, as of always, if you tune into this point, man, we appreciate you for sure. If you like the content, go ahead and smash the like button. Leave a comment on what you think and how you think about what we've said. And we'll comment back if it's something good, at least like it. And hit the subscribe button. Appreciate you tuning in. Peace.